Hello. Welcome to my show. It's the Brad World Order. I am taking over. Kicked Ryan out. He's done. My place now. All right, let's go back to my regular screen. I got some other screens we're going to mess with later on, but thank you guys for showing up. Everybody climb on in. It should be a fun ride. Cougs win today, 65-48. Everybody, you read his work, you read his scouting reports. Welcome to Jamie.
Glad to be here.
Welcome. Good to have you, man.
Glad to be here.
Thanks for running back to the car as fast as possible and getting on.
I tried to get here as quick as I could, but yeah.
You have to take your time and get back and kind of soak it in.
For sure.
Enjoy the wins when they come. We want to kick this off by saying thank you to Star P. Look at this.
Oh my God, that looks delicious.
It is sausage, pepperoni. I have to hold the plate here because the cheese will fall off. Sausage, pepperoni, extra cheese. I get wheat crust. Nice. So anybody's asking, anyone wants to know, wheat crust is the bomb.
Well, you got to eat healthy, right?
Well, yeah, that's the way I think of it. Speaking of, you go to Star Pizza and you've been getting back in game shape. So what do you?
I'm trying to.
What's your go-to?
Best salad in town. So I think they have the best Caesar salad around. So I usually go with a chicken Caesar salad. This past Monday, I decided to cheat a little bit. I went with a slice, pepperoni, and a Caesar salad. So top notch as always. But yeah, I got to get back on just the chicken salad from now on.
See, you got to treat yourself now. You got to treat.
Yeah,
yourself.
you had to for the first game. So
absolutely. And also, we want to give a thanks and special shout out to section12x.com. Guys, make sure you get in there, go onto their webpage. Sign up for the newsletter. You're going to have Black Friday specials coming out. Look at that. See, Jamie wears every hat available.
That's true.
On top of writing War and Peace, also known as our scouting reports. It's fantastic.
Only 1,300 words this time.
But they're all great. And that's the thing. That's the thing about it. They're fantastic. So what do you think, man? What did you think about that game?
Unfortunately, I thought the scouting report was a little bit too spot on. Their big three, all three played well. Tejada didn't do, great in the first half, but I know he ended up with double digits. Williamson did the same. And then we had a little bit of trouble keeping 21 out of the paint. That's just what he does.
Right.
I think you can give him a little bit of space and try to make him make shots, but he kept getting in the paint, drawing fouls, getting to the free throw line. But as far as the Cougs go, obviously we all witnessed the Kingston Fleming's coming out party. He is who we thought he was. So, yeah, I mean, he's going to be a future star for sure. Had some tough shooting day, but like Samson always says, it's November, so we have time to fix it. It felt a lot like that Notre Dame game last year in Vegas. It just kind of drug along, couldn't really, get the big lead, but in the end we won, and that's all that matters. So we'll take
Absolutely.
it.
you know, there's just something about Kingston who he carries himself, he acts, he talks, even doing the post game show or post game interview. But the way he plays, everything about him just seems more advanced than your
Yeah.
typical run of the mill high school or just true freshman kid right out of high school.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's an 18-year-old pro right now, just with the way he presents himself on and off the court.
Yeah,
You see him doing the charity stuff, and I don't think that's all for show. I mean, I think that's really who he is. That's who his family is. His sister's a 5-star, going to Duke. She seems like she's the same way. They're just they were raised right. You can tell.
yeah. Um, there's he's just so dang quick and he's so electric. You just can't. It's hard to take your eyes off of him out there on the floor, just because he's really making a lot happen. And the thing that stood out to me that I think he can really be a strength for this team is he's a guy that can get to the rack so far whenever he wants. If he chooses to go, he's in there quick.
Yeah,
He can get out and run the floor dynamic. But he's a guy that can make things go. Now, the thing that'll eventually catch up that will where I see his biggest development going to be is him being more in tune with the speed of the game and being able to pull it back a little bit and also when to push the pace, and then also being able to find those little small holes in the defense for his passes.
yeah,
Some of them are a little bit risky,
sure.
but he'll figure those out.
Yeah, no doubt. The thing that impressed me the most with him was in the first half. In my halftime notes, I put that there was just a lot of side to side settling for the outside shot, side
Right.
to side passing, shoot the outside shot. We have always been a better team when we get a foot in that paint. So whether it be throw it to the post, kick it back out, or for our guards to penetrate and then kick. In the second half, we saw that from him, and we got a lot better shots because that defense has to collapse when somebody gets in the paint. We're just a better shooting team when it comes from the inside out.
Yes. Yeah. I thought the exact same thing. I thought Milos was settling for jumpers a
Yeah,
little bit too much. I would really, and I want to talk about Big Snacks a little bit later, but I would like to see him on rough night scoring go more inside out.
agreed.
I know he loves to face up. But the thing is, he's got a really, really great shot inside of 10 feet.
Yeah,
I don't care if it's short. I don't care if it's back to the basket, backing somebody down, or if it's, a little like the little fadeaway that he hit at the end of the game.
right.
Just something to get his stroke down, get his confidence, get his game going a little bit. I would like to see that from him. But I want to go into more detail because his ugly game was extremely impressive for me.
Yeah, super productive.
Yeah. Let's go to some of the catch up on some chat. Big Jack, I miss my seniors. Well, yeah, me too. But I like this kind of chaotic young guys learning to put it together. I know a lot of people are going to be flipping their shit because we were playing way too close to Towson. Towson's not a terrible team just because
They're not.
Just because a lot of people don't know who these teams are doesn't mean they're bad.
Yep. Yeah, they're projected to win their conference. They have Tejada back. He won the Player of the Year in their conference as a sophomore. He's a junior. He's going to be a pro one day. Yeah, they're not a bad team at all.
Let's see here. Beachold, it's only game 2. It's only game 2. It's only game 2. Yeah, you're right. It's only game 2, and we've got let's see, we had all three of the touted freshmen, and we had the redshirt freshmen out there. We had very seldomly used Mercy Miller out there, who scored. Good to see him get on the board. Man, he looked in the few minutes that he got to play, he looked comfortable.
Yes.
He just looked comfortable. It was nice to see. It was nice to see a guy playing free, and that's a guy that we're going to need. Let's see here. Ryan tunes in. He's probably either in air or they maybe being having a special session with TSA. It's probably going to go downhill, but not yet. The chat room just went downhill. Agreed. I'm here to talk conspiracy theories. We'll get into that. Y'all gotta bring some up later on. Hey, Roy in the chat room. What up, bud? Electric atmosphere for the first two games. You know, it looked like it was a little bit late arriving crowd. Well, I mean, it usually does from the TV camera, just because the gray seats, you know, it takes some of our elders a little time for them to, you know, slide down the stairs into their chairs. But eventually, whenever they can get their walkers put away, you know, it fills in. But it sounded great.
Yeah, I thought for most of the game it was electric. With 9 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second half, I don't think I've ever heard it that quiet. Like, you could hear a pin drop in there. Everybody was in panic mode, and then they started to pull away again. Then it got loud again. And but yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
Monday night was phenomenal. Student section's full. You know, they're doing awesome. So yeah, I've been really impressed so far.
Yeah, honestly, I was expecting to see a light crowd with a middle afternoon game.
Yeah.
But it was good to see. I mean, you know, we're a basketball school now. You know, that's just the way it is. Mac says, Jamie, turn your phone sideways.
Well, here's the thing.
You've got to have it propped up. I understand.
It's got to be sitting on my steering wheel, and I don't know if I can do that.
Nah, you're okay. You're all right. I know the issues.
This was super impromptu.
Yes, absolutely. Kingston is the real deal. Agreed. Let me give a word of warning, guys. He's going to have games that are going to be a disaster. Okay, so don't remember, we all know what he is and what he's going to be, but he's going to have rough nights. I mean, it's just part of it. I mean, Jamal had rough nights. Sasser had rough nights. Even Q coming in as a sophomore had some rough nights that first year. So make sure you give him some time, because that kid is going to be good.
Yeah. The good news is you have another point guard. If he's having a bad night, you can go right to Milos and bring somebody else off the bench, and you're in good shape.
Yep. Let's see, Milos so far shooting 29%, 4-17 from three. A lot of good looks tonight. Yeah. Ball's going to go. I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with our guards, and it always has been. They're going to go through cold spells. I mean, Eman's done the same thing. You know, this is just part of it. The guys are going to go through slumps. LJ did the same thing. You just got to keep shooting. You got to take good shots in the flow. I think where it might be where we're having issue is or where his being off. I think he's forcing some shots right now.
Looks like he's shooting short right now. You know, if I was coaching, I would probably try to get him in the paint, get him to the free throw line a little bit more. You know, try to get him in rhythm. Get that floater going. But yeah, right now his three looks a little flat. So
yeah. Let's see here. Any info on why Harwell didn't play? Said something. I saw Duarte post something that he might have banged up his knee a little bit. Cordell is dinged up a little bit. Guys, we are so deep right now. There's so many bodies that you want to throw out there. And Kelvin even said in the post game, he said he really wanted to get more guys out there in the second half, but he went with the group that he had because you're running kind of that balancing act of you want to get everybody playing time because you have so much depth, but at the same time, you've got to be able to have a group that can play together, get used to playing together, and be able to gel together because you don't want to cost yourself a game. I mean, we're going to lose games, hopefully not, but we're going to lose some this year. So you got to figure out who can play together, who starts. It's just it's a real kind of tough chemistry mix.
Yeah. Looked like Sacco spent most of the game on the bike. And Mercy actually spent a lot of time on the bike tonight. So, it just looks like, early season woes, just banged up a little bit across the board.
Yep. Big Said got some time, some quality time, not thrown in there as kind of burning minutes, but get out there and actually play a little bit.
Yep.
The best thing about these early season offensive struggles is getting them out of the way. You are correct. This team is going to be, I say it's going to be fun to watch, but I'm enjoying what I'm seeing right now. Even though it's not pretty, it's, sloppy at times. It can get kind of messy. Jamie, you're frozen. All right. There's moving now. But yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun watching this evolve over time. Let's see here. I want to get back to Big Snacks. He was 1 for 8 from the floor, 0 for 3 from 3. And you look at that, it's like, man, he kind of had a tough night. Shooting he did, but there's only maybe 1 or 2 shots that I would like to have back, but I thought he did a good job of taking the shots that were there. But the best thing is he had 13 rebounds. Yeah. I think he had 3 turnovers at halftime, and he cleaned that up in the second half. But he kept hitting the glass. He was a dude who he knew that he looked like he knew that he was off, but he kept grinding hard on offense or on defense and on the offensive glass, trying to keep the ball in play. It's actually funny. It's actually funny to see a guy doing that their freshman year because they're probably not used to doing that much in their high school careers.
Yeah, for sure. I know whenever I was coaching, I would always tell all my players, give me a reason to make me have you on the court. And he was the best rebounder in the gym today. So yeah, you're going to have rough shooting nights, but give me a reason to have you on the court. And he did that. If he was out there not rebounding, he would have been right over there with Kelvin for the rest of the game. But, he did his job. And, I thought he was quite possibly the second most productive player on the court tonight and had 2 points. So,
yeah. And, for the longest time, I mean, we were getting beat up on the boards, and he was really kind of the only one that was pulling stuff down.
Yep.
On top of keeping it alive. I was really impressed. It tells you a lot about the mentality of a player. And it's great to see a young player like that, especially given his status. One of the, a lot of the talk is centered around, in the past, we would get guys that are, kind of below the radar a little bit, maybe guys that are a little bit overlooked, and we see, our coaching staff sees something in them that other coaches might not have seen. And so we had a lot of fans get in their head that, oh, the 5 stars are just a bunch of arrogant, they don't work like these other guys. It's like, no. Those guys are good. There's some of them that aren't, but you always have that fear. Did you get one? Did you get a bad apple? Did you get a prima donna 5-star guy? If there was ever a question about Big Snacks mentality, you saw it tonight. Because it's easy to get down on a 1 for 8. I mean, hell, he was 0 for 7 until the last minute when he had that fadeaway.
Yep.
So it's good to see. It was good to see him contribute and not get down. JoJo doesn't make any sense to me, man. I love it. I love JoJo. And in my mind, I keep saying, God, I wish he would slow down a little bit. I wish he would not get silly fouls that he gets, but then I don't want to turn his motor down at all, because he's just all energy. And he had 5 steals tonight. How crazy is that? How does that happen?
That wingspan, man. Get your hand on a lot of balls.
And he's scoring with his left hand. What the hell is that? It's unbelievable.
Yep.
I love his post-up game because he's so quick. I know that there's NBA scouts and NBA executives who are going to be very, 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 very quiet about JoJo, who are just licking their chops, saying, this is a guy that we can kind of hide. We can get late, possibly, and we could possibly hide him for a couple of years and turn him into a monster. Because he just has all the makings of a dude who, once everything comes together, he's going to be insane. And you see, he's getting closer. He's getting closer and closer.
They have confidence in him because they keep feeding him. So I think they want to get him some looks early and often. Hang on 1 second. Car's trying to shut off on its own. Okay, there we go. They're trying to feed him the ball, trying to get him confident early, before we get into Big 12 play. So when he's patient, but when he gets his shoulder squared to the basket, he's unstoppable. There were a few times where he just let it go too quick. He didn't even really look at the basket. He just turned and kind of threw it up there. That's what he's got to work on. Just getting those shoulders squared, just putting it in there. Like, he can do that. So.
Hold on 1 second. Okay, yeah, but I put my link in the wrong thread. Oh no. What's up, fellas? Tuning in live from Orlando studio. What are you doing? Well, okay. Hey, I appreciate the dedication. If you're
Big
watching
time.
this from Orlando studios, that's just dedication right there. Did you get a chance to watch any of the Kansas North Carolina game yesterday before the football game?
Yeah, watched the whole thing. Watched them and watched Purdue and Oakland.
What did you think of the North Carolina Kansas game?
I underestimated Caleb Wilson for North Carolina. He's the real deal for sure.
Right.
I think Peterson might be the best individual player in the country for Kansas, but after him, Tiller and Badunga, they really fall off.
How's that possible?
I don't know. I can't figure them out.
I mean, I hope they don't ever figure out. I hope nobody figures out a relationship with Badunga, because I love that dude.
Yeah, no, I do too. I mean, the kid that's from Houston, I think his name's McDowell, maybe. I don't know how he's on the court. I mean, he needs to come home and play for Rice, but somehow he's getting significant minutes for Kansas, which just kind of tells you where they are right now. So, like I said, no disrespect. I mean, Peterson's. If I had to say, that's the guy I want, he's a good player. But yeah, I'm just not really impressed with the stuff that they have around him.
Watching them, it reminded me of Baylor last year with Edgecombe. They had a go-to guy, a kind of go-to guy, and then a bunch of okay.
Yeah. Yep.
That, and then I thought in the second half, once they went down by 10, it's like they packed it in.
Yeah, for sure.
What are your thoughts on the Purdue game?
I watched every offensive possession of Oakland and Michigan. I did not watch every defensive possession, and I think they gave up like 115 points to Michigan. But I texted Ryan while I was watching their offense, and I'm like, these guys are fun to watch. They've got a lot of really good pieces. And then I look up and it's a 40-point game. If I was watching just the offense, you would think it's a really close game.
Right.
I have no idea what they did defensively against Michigan. I'll have to go back and watch that probably tomorrow. But with Purdue last night, I know that they slowed their pace a ton. Against Michigan, they were trying to push it up the court, get early shots. Against Purdue, they were walking it up. So they were able to keep it close that way. But they're a fun team. Like, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing them play here Wednesday. I don't think TKR, he's not playing yet for Purdue. So that's hurting them. But, Oakland really played really well last night.
We got some dude that just joined us. Are you okay? Did you get assaulted by TSA? I hope.
I'd like to ask everyone to contribute to the GoCoogs.com GoFundMe for me to get a private jet so I can get the fuck out of Orlando.
So did you get canceled? Did it get canceled? Delayed?
I've seen people using their inhaler and sucking on it as food. People are cutting up mints with a knife and fork. It is the BO is out of control.
Well, yeah.
The flights are, I think Duarte's been here since like 9 a.m., which is the only thing that makes this okay, is that he is suffering. And yeah, this is not great. We're in a 4-hour delay.
Oh, really?
All the flights to Houston, it seems, are in a delay.
How deep are you into that delay? You were supposed to take off at like 2, right?
Maybe a little after that. But
so your delay is you're just started.
Well, we're into it, but it's going to happen for a lot longer. How many buckets did Phoenix score today? I didn't get to watch the game. How many did we get? 1?
You scored 1.
Okay.
2.
And what about Isaiah Harwell? Did he have a triple double? And how many dozen points did they beat Towson by?
Triple double sandwich. He was out with a knee banged up.
Oh, right. Well, this Brad World Order is not going very well.
All my new guys did. Hey, Mercy got in. Mercy looked good.
Okay. My mother texted me like 3 minutes into the game that he had 5 points. What did he end up with?
5.
Oh, okay.
He didn't get it. He didn't get a whole lot of minutes once Crash went out early with 2 fouls. So
okay.
All of a sudden Crash got in trouble early. JoJo was doing JoJo things.
Okay. Any good talk? Any good conversation?
Why weren't you watching?
I know it's been this whole day has been a little upside down. I didn't get back to the hotel room till 3 a.m. this morning. And then I was so wired. I didn't go to sleep till 4:30 or so. And then, up fairly early. Well, maybe not as early as normal, but it just the whole day has felt completely off. And now with this,
Cool.
but didn't get to watch. I haven't seen any football today. I didn't see a U of H game. So I'm relying on y'all.
Cool. Well, we got another guest coming in. We want to welcome Kenneth Bowman. How you doing, man?
I love
Great
you.
to see you.
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, Kenneth.
What's up, Ryan?
What did you see today?
Yeah, what did you think?
Kingston had a really good game. He had 20 points. Sanak, I mean, he went 1 for 8, but he still came away with 13 rebounds. That was one of the things that Kelvin spoke on in the press conference. He said Chris was the best player tonight, even though he went 1 for 8.
Really?
Yeah.
What did he say more than that? Like, how did he, just because of the rebounding, or?
Yeah, rebounds. That's what Kelvin Simpson likes at the end of the day. 4 offensive rebounds, 9 defensive rebounds, 13 total, 1 for 8. I think he settled for a lot of jumpers though. I would like to see him get down low and go against really challenge the opposing big man. But I mean, at the end of the day, they still won.
Hey, do you want to make a bet on if Kelvin says tomorrow at practice that Sanak was the best player in the game? Do you think that's what he's going to say?
No, he's probably going to tell Sanak that he fucking sucked.
Yeah. Whoa, watch your mouth. That is not the language we use here. That is outrageous, young man.
Ryan, we all watched the show last night. We all watched the show last night, Ryan.
Was it bad? I took a sleeping pill at about 9 o'clock, and so I don't know what the hell happened after that.
The ambient showcase.
There was a lot of tractor action.
That's right. Kenneth, what else came out of the presser?
Well, I found out after the game, I was told by someone that because Harwell didn't see the floor, I guess his knees bothering him again.
Yeah.
And also, Khalifa Sacco had to leave early due to a back issue. He only played 2 minutes, 2 minutes, 26 seconds.
So that's why Big Said got in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Sed was rocking those cool shoes, man. I could see him from space. His glow in the dark shoes look like tennis balls.
He's getting kicked off the floor because of the women's game.
Yeah, the women's is about to come.
They're playing tonight, huh?
They're playing at 7. So make sure y'all watch the women's game.
It'll be on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
It might be. What is it? I would think so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check it out. Our coach is rocking a suit.
Boy, wasn't that fun?
Old timey, man.
Kenneth, if you have to go because you're getting ejected from an arena, which I know quite a bit about, we can set up somewhere else and come join the show and talk with Jamie and Brad. I'm not staying much longer because I don't have anything to offer.
If anything, I probably would just move to media role.
There you go.
If they remove me.
Yeah. Thank you.
Kenneth, was there some I didn't get to listen to the press conference tonight, but was there there's no periods in November talk?
Nah, he didn't really say anything about that. He touched on about his team is not as good as they were to end the year off last year, which makes a lot. I mean, it's November, and and he also spoke on about how Kingston has played way more than Jamal Shedd did his freshman year. And honestly, it was a little bit surprising that he brought both Chris Sanak and Kingston to the presser.
Yeah, it's pretty rare. Pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
What would you say Kelvin's overall mood was in the post game?
I would say it was a bit neutral. He didn't really seem to be overreacting or really how he gets. He just seemed to just normal, neutral for Kelvin Sampson.
What was he making jokes or was he just kind of subdued?
Well, he did make a joke. He said he told Jeff, he said what did he say? He said he's going to give all the media a test about who our opponent is next game, because he referenced to Oakland's matchup with Purdue, and he said he's gonna test all the media for next game if we know who the opponent is, and if not, he's gonna take our credentials away.
Okay, Jamie, I need that scout. Tonight.
It's done. It's done, baby.
You're gonna
I'm
have
ready
to
to
print
go.
that scout out.
Yeah.
Their point guard's a little white kid. He's 5'11", and he's from Houston Christian High School, and he is really fun to watch. Like, for real.
What's his
I'm
name?
looking forward to seeing him. Number 11.
That's
I don't
fair.
do names until I've watched at least 2 games.
Okay. That gives me hope. Maybe I can play
Let's
point
see
guard.
here. Let's go to chat. Take a Greyhound, Ryan. Might save some time. Yes. I want to see you live stream from a Greyhound. That'd be like sitting in Waffle House for 6 hours.
I could do that. I can do that on my head.
Actually, from where you are, it's about probably 19 hours.
No, for sure. Our buddy Steve Helwig with Underdog Dynasty was at the game. So he went to the USF game Thursday night in Tampa.
Right.
He took an Uber to Orlando.
Really? How much is that?
Yeah. I have no idea. I don't know why you don't get a rental car. But he took an Uber back to Tampa. And
High
I figure
roller treatment.
I can Uber to Tampa and then buy a kayak and just go across the Gulf of America. I think that would
Brad,
go pretty well.
I was just thinking about Kelvin in the press conference, and I bet deep inside, like, he probably doesn't love the score. He probably doesn't love the turnovers, but he got a lot of production from his bench today. I think I put in the scouting report that going into today, we had scored 136 points in the exhibition game and the Lehigh game, and the bench only had 13 points. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I bet they had over 13 tonight. So,
right. Well,
the
the funny thing is I look at the stats and I look at Chase McCarty's line.
I thought he played great.
I thought he was significantly better than the numbers that he put up.
Yes.
He was 1 for 3. I mean, as soon as he got the ball, he took his shot,
yep.
that was a pleasant surprise. But he had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 foul, 1 block, 1 steal.
Yep.
But that block was the play of the game. Was that block that turned into the fast break where Kingston pushed it up, passed it over to E-Man, passed up an open shot back to Kingston. Who was it? Then passed it over to Milos. Oh, got it to McCarty. He passed up a shot and then found Milos in the corner for a wide open 3. Yep. I was like, now that's ideal ball movement. That's exactly what this group.
Yep. He took a big after he made the 3. He got a big rebound the next trip down, and then when they came back the other way, he took a charge. And I know Kelvin loves stuff like that. So
yes. There should be charges in the stat sheet.
Yeah. As good as
it's
we
pretty
were
hard
last
to take
year,
a charge right now.
Yeah.
Good
as they were last year, they didn't really take as many charges as they had in the past couple of years. So having a guy like that who's willing to put his body in there and take one that's pretty good for, a freshman.
Well,
basically.
some of that is rule changes.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
And, nobody wants to get in there and pick up a cheap foul.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to be able to get cheap charges all the time. Just crawl up underneath somebody and fall down. Boom.
Yeah. It's so shocking that Jabba the Hutt could get in the lane and take some charges.
Surprisingly, in my younger days, I was skinny.
Yeah, I've seen
Me
the
too.
photos. It's shocking.
Yep. Let's see here. They love CoogTV. That's good.
CoogTV loves
I do too.
at Coog Nation 92.
That's weird.
I think y'all do fantastic stuff. I really enjoy. I really enjoy the work you guys do.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Mercy didn't play in the second half. What's up with that? Bag practice? No, just at the very end of the game, whenever Kelvin's doing the last interview on the court, he said that he wanted to be able to sub in more players, but he also needed to get time. He needed that group of players to get time together. So it's going to be one of
if
those.
Emmanuel was in foul trouble early,
Yeah, he sat out
that was
15
an
minutes.
issue, right?
He sat out.
That's why Mercy got his little stint, was because of Emmanuel's foul trouble. But I mean,
Yep.
I feel like he made the best of his moment.
How many minutes did Kingston play?
Kingston played 36 minutes and 4 seconds.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Second most.
That limits.
I mean, I think he had 19
Him and
in the
Milos?
first half. 19 minutes. in the first half.
Milos basically played the whole game. He played 39 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if Milos and Kingston are both playing the entire game, where's the minutes for Mercy?
Yeah.
And is it more important to get Mercy minutes or to get Kingston and Milos on the floor for an extended period, go through bad times, go through good times? And I mean, I think that's just common sense.
Well,
Kenneth.
coming from where Mercy has been, he got 7 minutes tonight. But coming from where he's been, I think that was a perfect amount, and the production within those 7 minutes were fantastic. That was the building block that broke the ice for him, because he got a couple of shots to go down and looked good doing it.
Yep. I have become an old man. I'm eating lifesavers because you just gotta
You're only eating.
You gotta hoard
lifesavers
whatever you
because
can find.
because you can't have all your other candy that you used to eat.
Oh, I've got that right there. Don't worry, I'm okay on the candy and the chip front. Did another day at Disney today, or a couple hours, I guess 4 hours. I'm never coming back.
How many days did you spend out there?
Parts of 4.
Ryan, did you get Disney rash?
No, I do not have Disney rash. I had never heard of that until we got here, and now it's all over my Twitter feed.
What is it?
It's fat people who are walking too much, and things just start sliding against each other, and they get rashes. They call it Disney rash.
Jeez.
That's the explanation, Is that what? That's how I know it.
Well,
Maybe it's different.
there's like a scientific reasoning. I mean, it's more so due to people not being active.
Right. That's
but-
what I said. Fat people.
But it's like a rash they get around their shins and ankles from blood flowing a lot when it hasn't much in the past.
That makes sense. They don't like rent out rascals there or anything. Mobility scooters for all the shows.
So those,
They have to sell us tickets for that.
looked into this. Those are 80. No. Those are $85 a piece, and
To
there
rent?
were thousands. Yes, to rent for a day. Strollers are like $40, and so it's like a NASCAR race. They're going 6 wide, like 3 rascals and 3 double-barreled scooters or strollers, and you can't get by them.
You should just go to the grocery store and pull a grocery cart and throw them in there, push them around the park.
The kids or the fatties?
Both.
Okay. So old people, heavy people, and children are taking up all the room. You can't walk around them. I don't know. But I got to reading about what they're bringing in day by day, and they got something going over at that Disney. I don't know if y'all knew that. but the money is flowing. Give us some comments. I want
to. Didn't we all expect Mercy to be a big part of the rotation this year? I thought so this summer. Well, first and foremost, we played 80 minutes.
2 games. Yeah,
but no, I did not. I didn't expect anybody to be a big part of the rotation other than Milos and JoJo and E-Man. I don't think I've seen this much good competition for 2 spots on the roster than I've seen this year, because this is a lot of talent.
and a guy could get 7 minutes today, and Wednesday against Oakland get 15, and then Sunday in Birmingham against Auburn get 0, and then come back and get 15 again. It just, there's no rotation. They're going to do what works or what they're needing to work on. Oakland, I believe, is going to play a bunch of zone, and so you're going to have your top line guys fighting against the zone. You don't need Mercy Miller playing 20 minutes fighting a zone if he's not in your top 5, 6, 7 guys. Just my thought.
Yeah, well,
but I didn't see the game.
We're in a we got a lot of guys fighting for spots, but you've got enough depth to where you're going to be able to use that depth deep into the season. You know, we got to remember that we're not playing just to win today. We're playing to win in April. You know, it's all about preparing players for the long haul. And like I said, I'm really happy with the way Mercy played today, and I thought it's a perfect building block that he can carry a little bit of confidence and keep going, because that's the only thing he needs, is just to feel normal and to stay free.
Yeah, I think Mercy
and for him
really,
to get in that rotation. Go ahead, Kenneth.
What were you saying, Kenneth?
I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, he played a good game today. I know last time around, you guys were talking about he hasn't made a shot since last year. He came in and went 2 for 3. But I think the expectation for Mercy to be in the lineup was more so based on people thought he was going to play last year, and he really didn't play that much last year, and also just because he's a 4-star. I mean, I think the expectation of him to play is just due to his ranking, what his ranking was when he came in.
Yep, absolutely.
And I know we've only played 2. Sorry.
Go ahead,
Jamie.
No. I know we've only played 2 games, but that's a bullet that I'm willing to take, because, you know, I went on the Old Men podcast and said I think Mercy's going to be the 5th starter, and he's played 4 minutes per game. So, I did think that he was going to be somebody that would come in and really bring a lot of offense, because we know he can do it. Like he shows flashes, when he's out there that he can do it. But yeah, I guess he's just got to do it more consistently to get that trust.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's why, I mean, he just looked, and even Reed commented on it. He said this is the most relaxed and the most confident he's looked since he's been on campus.
Yeah.
And I agree 100%. I mean, he didn't look, up until now, his minutes have been kind of the way I looked at Damian Dunn is, trying to not make a mistake and then pushing to try to do too much. And today he just played ball. And that's all he needs. It's all he needs to do, because his talent will take over, because he's loaded with talent. And the coaches see it every day too. How many games do you give JoJo the opportunity to be the first option in the post before you say maybe that's not his strength? Kenneth, what do you think?
We had a comment about JoJo's post scoring on Andy Yanez's show. He doesn't have. I mean, he's obviously not.
Whose show?
Andy Yanez.
Oh.
But I mean,
Go ahead.
he's not the post scorer that Juwan Roberts was. But I don't really think we really need that out of JoJo to do that. I mean, He went 7 for 14. He had 15 points. I mean, that's still a good game overall. But I think the floater is getting better. He's going to keep trying it. He's going to keep going to it. That seems to be his go-to move. And I mean, I guess he was somewhat successful, 50%. I think he can probably get that percentage up. I think it was more so about Chris's shooting. I think Chris needs to be in the post more. I don't want to really see him settle for jumpers all throughout the whole game. And I think that's going to change as time goes on. But I would like to see probably Chris be down low in the post than JoJo.
Jamie, what do you think?
No, I agree with that. And I'd like to see him try to pass out of that too, because like we talked about earlier, we're a lot better team when we get touches in the paint, kick back out to shooters. But today it seemed like every single time he touched it, he was going to put it up.
Right.
And a lot of times, like I said earlier, he wasn't looking at the basket. He just turned and kind of just tried to throw it towards the basket and hope for the best. Times like that, he needs to pivot and try to look out for an open shooter. But exactly what Kenneth said, I was texting with another Coug fan earlier today. We need to get Chris down there a little bit because he's super talented, whether it be, back to the basket or when he faces up, he's going to draw a lot of attention. So it's not all about post scoring with me. It's getting it in there and then let's read off of that. See who's open, who has the best opportunity. I loved when JoJo spun baseline today. It was there, dunk, looked great, but he's got to learn to just slow it down, be more patient, and square his shoulders up because he is so much better when his shoulders are squared to that basket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm going to feed him. I'm going to feed him and feed him and feed him because I need him to get used to the ball with the ball in his hands. He's got to know. He's got to know the feel of the game, and it's not going to happen without him getting fed. He's got to learn, and we're all going to have to go through that process with him. There was a time where J1 kind of sucked with his back to the basket.
Okay, timeout. There was also a time J1 could not pass out of the low post.
Yeah.
And it turns out that makes your game quite a bit better. And so you get it to him in the low post, you get him to square the shoulders and shoot, but you also teach him how to see out of that post and get it to the shooters. That will help as much as anything.
Yeah. Well, because how many times does he get
you're
the
just
ball
looking
in the post
for guys
anyhow?
to get reps right now. Just get reps. Just get reps doing things that you're not comfortable doing. Go ahead, Brad.
Agreed.
No, that's you've got to ask them to do things that they're not used to doing, and you're only going to learn that in a game. You can do it a million times in practice, and I know that we pride ourselves on practicing game speed, but it's something different whenever it's guys you don't know. It's guys who you don't know what they're going to do, and you feel comfortable enough to not rush. And so that's where you're wanting to get him and let the game come to himself, as opposed to, doing an immediate move and just, not thinking at all. So it'll come with time, but I would say keep feeding him as much as possible until he starts making better decisions. And then, then we can expand from there. It's just going to be a long development period over the next couple of months. This team is what you see today is not what you're going to see in January. And it's not what you're going to see in March.
If it is, this team's in trouble. But I think you're right. You're not going to see this 3 months into the
If it
season.
is, then it's the first one in 10 years since Kelvin's been here.
Will you take that comment off the screen, please? Have you talked about Star Pizza in a while? What did you order from Star Pizza today?
Bam.
Why are you just sitting with a full piece of pizza on a plate?
Because I'm not going to eat it during the middle of the show.
Oh.
I got it.
So what did you?
Sausage, pepperoni with
What?
extra cheese.
On wheat bread.
Town special.
Just one pizza? Pounds? Yes.
The town
Yeah.
special. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
have you ever had one of their large pizzas?
Is that a
Weighs
menu
like
item?
50 pounds.
Yeah. That's chef special, like 20.
That's true. But yeah, it's
Well,
fantastic.
Star Pizza. Get you some Star Pizza tomorrow. Yeah.
Yep.
3 locations. They've got lunch specials all week. Tuesdays and Fridays, the buffet. And Section 12X. They got their newsletter. They want you to get on that. You're going to get some offers on that you're not getting anywhere else. Check that out. And also, did we have a 2 Idiots Talking Sports segment yet?
Well, because there's
No?
4 of us. Let me.
Okay. Well, we can figure this out.
Y'all
This is
keep
going
talking.
well.
I'll figure it out.
Thank you so much to everyone for watching. From the arena, from the parking lot, from Parts Unknown, and from Orlando International Airport. We've got you covered wherever you are, wherever you want people to be. Brad? The Ritz is
I'll do it again.
no, you will. The Ritz is signed on to do basketball season with us. We're so excited. They've been a great partner. They like what we're doing. Check out the Ritz. They've got Veterans Days specials. They have a Thanksgiving buffet that Towns is going to go destroy. And an amateur night coming up that Towns is also going to destroy. So check those out. Have there been any football upsets, like anything of note? BYU got creamed. Indiana survived.
Yeah, so
Anything
I
else?
just saw that. I was hoping.
Yeah.
Julian Lewis
Okay.
threw for $2.99.
Do what?
I said Julian Lewis threw for $2.99 against West Virginia. I mean, they still lost
Okay.
though.
Watch for LSU tonight.
Why?
LSU stinks,
Yeah.
Ryan.
Governor Landry is going to call plays, and LSU is going to score 40. Trust me.
Is that means Carville's going to be the defensive coordinator?
Harvard, yeah, he's got a job. Everybody's got a job.
They're in the chat saying Mercy Miller's going to get in the portal.
Do what?
They're
If he
saying Mercy
does,
Miller's going to
he
transfer.
does. Okay.
You know
I
what?
mean, you
I'm
can't
not
do
really-
anything about that now.
Well,
It's I don't see it. You don't go through the hell that this program is to leave. But everybody can have an opinion. I just don't see him leaving at this point.
MCO security, weird guy filming in Terminal A. Approach with caution. Joseph,
Listen
I
to
think,
me here.
I think that he's already been assaulted by TSA. If not, he should be right now, which would be awesome on stream. Look, guys come here for a reason. If they want to leave, okay.
There's an avenue. Yeah.
I don't want anybody to leave.
I don't think
it's not always the grass ain't
something
always
that's
greener.
happened.
I mean,
Well.
there are
I
no.
can tell you that the
Parents
grass
also
is
know.
not always. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I was going. I tried to keep up with North Carolina State last night just because they were playing UAB where I went, and late in the second half, he had only been in for 3 minutes. I mean, he'd be the first guy off the bench if he had stayed here, no question. But part of it, got to do what you think's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he needed a reset. I think he needed to
I
go
agree.
somewhere.
Agreed,
And
100%.
I don't think I don't think you should hold that against him.
Nope,
Tremont
not at
Mark's
all.
like 40 years old and is still getting NIL money, which is great. Happy to
Yep.
see it. Good kid.
Yeah, I mean,
But I don't
we're
think
literally
Mercy's
2
an
games into
issue.
the season.
Yeah. That's a overreaction. But
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
every
for sure.
game is going to be live or die with the result, and you're
Hey.
going to hear a lot of hot takes.
there were people last night in the second quarter wanting to fire Willie. Willie's
yeah.
8-2 today. He's 8-2. But people wanted to fire Willie. Oh, look at that,
That was a
new
quick move.
location.
Location change.
He looks like he changed his back screen. I am
Right.
being told reports are coming in that we're going to board in about 15 minutes.
Liars.
I don't believe these reports. They're fabricated. They're untrue, but it's possible. So I'm going to stick with y'all for a couple minutes, and then y'all can talk all the shit you want to. Conspiracy theories, whatever. I already gave you the Jeff Landry's calling plays. I don't think y'all can come up with something better than that.
Well, that is true.
But go ahead.
Well, the thing is that that's not far out of possibility, especially for Louisiana. Anything can go down there.
Anything goes. That's right. So conspiracy theories I have heard recently include Kelvin keeps nodding to and hinting at his imminent retirement, which is asinine. If he wanted to retire, he would do it. He's not going to be a distraction. And Kellen would elbow him out of the way too.
I think the last thing that he would ever do is want to go on some freaking farewell tour.
Correct. 100%. And he just got up to $6 million a year. If it's me, I want to make that $500,000 a month.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. And I want to coach these kids.
My hot take is that had Willie not made a bowl this year, his seat would have warmed up with a condition to bowl next year simply because the buyout reduced by a lot year 3. Yeah, well, the good thing is we don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. Also, good news. You're probably going to stay in Houston for your bowl. You're probably going to the Texas Bowl. There's not a huge realm of places you can go. And there's not a lot that makes sense for U of H. I think it's going to be a Texas Bowl.
What do you got?
Fans in this city.
Houston Bowl, Alamo Bowl, or Shreveport. Those are the realistic. Or
Houston Bowl.
Liberty.
Yeah. I just think that's where you're going. I think the Alamo Bowl is going to have some different things, and there's an issue with the Pac-12 that if their teams, the 2 teams they have, become bowl eligible, one of them I think goes to Alamo. So I really think it's going to be Houston.
For that?
I have no idea. I slept like 12 minutes, and Oregon State has not been a priority for me. But I think Washington State is bowl bound. So there you go. But I don't have any better conspiracy theories than that. Willie's not going anywhere. Willie deserves an extension. I don't think it's like a long-term extension, but a year or 2. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah. Somebody was asking if there was any upcoming basketball commits, and Jay has said Abdullah Ahmed on Monday, and
Ahmed, not
Arafat.
Ahmed.
I don't know.
There's no C, there's no K.
And Diane, Arafan Diane on the 19th. I don't know, but I'll take
I'm going
it.
to tell you, unless something changed this weekend with Ahmed in Provo, I think he's going to announce. I also think you're going to like where you're at with Deanne. As it stands right now, they're in very good shape. You'll know on the 19th, which I believe is his birthday. And, I really think you're going to like where you're at with him. We're working on some things with both guys to give you some behind the scenes, which neither will, and if they don't come here, if they don't go to Houston, it's not happening. But, we're working on it.
Efforting.
So we are efforting. It's James Mueller that's really doing it. It's not me.
The 4 previous Pac-12 teams are slated for the Alamo Bowl, Arizona, similar to how last year Colorado and BYU played there. Okay. That makes sense.
I forgot about that. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to jump off. Y'all go ahead. Enjoy your evenings. And we'll have some news about Sunday night and the Talking About show in the morning. I think we're doing it, but we'll see.
If you survive.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Go ahead and remove me from the stream, and so I'll just jet out.
See ya. God,
Someone
finally
said,
get him out of here.
Somebody said, what about Caleb Holt?
Let's see. What about Jamie's boy, Caleb Holt?
I haven't heard just a ton. I did hear that we are rising with him, but if I had to bet right now, I would say Alabama and probably Kentucky second. I think he's going to try to stay home and go to Alabama, but Kentucky's probably paying a whole lot more than anybody else. So that's probably going to put them in second. But I have heard that he really enjoyed the visit and that we are rising with him. But he is at I think he's at Alabama this weekend. I think he'll be there tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think Alabama and Kentucky will be in the lead, and also they probably have more money than us. But I mean, Caleb Holt's he's been interested in this program for quite some time, so that's also something to consider.
Yep, for sure.
Let's see here. Akina Alozi as well, but there's no commitment date for him yet. We're saying he's a possible, probable.
I think him and Diane are very probable to commit to Houston.
Yep.
We're playing at a different level these days. It's wild to see, given where we've come from. Let's see here. Haven't heard anything about Skip Alton lately either. How many players are we going to?
Well, he's a 2027 guy.
Yeah, he's 27.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep. Little Skip. I know Purdue's on him to replace Braden Smith. But yeah, he would be a good one to come here and take Kingston's place after next year. If he played today, you never know. But I'd love to have Kingston to take Milo's, to be just the point guard next year, and then have Lil Skip come in the next year.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to be able to hold on to these guys as long as we can, but I don't know what's realistic. Is it me, or does it seem like there's a lot of high impact true freshmen this year?
I think this is the year of the freshmen. I mean, there's
Especially
10 to
Big 12.
15 that are just superstars. My gosh.
And they're all over the place.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's not like they're all, stacked up at Duke and Kansas and Kentucky, but now they're kind of spread out.
Absolutely. Tennessee, that kid from North Carolina last night. I mean,
you got the Towson at Arkansas, the Duke kids, of course.
Yep.
Koa Pete, he should have been here, but we'll have to teach him a lesson.
Koa Pete didn't want to come sit behind JoJo Tucker.
Yeah. Yep. The kid at Baylor's really good. I don't know what else they replacing an entire team. I don't know what else they put around him. I haven't seen them play yet this year, but I do know that he's top notch as well.
Right. So what do we got coming up on the basketball front? Who do we got next week?
Oakland Wednesday, and go to Birmingham next Sunday, play Auburn.
Uh-oh. Are you making that trip to Birmingham?
I hope so. I've got a flight, and I'm going to stay at my parents' house, and we're going to ride down Sunday. But
Nice.
I'm leaving out early enough. I'm going on Thursday, so that if I do have any flight issues, maybe by Sunday I'll be good. Worst case scenario, I guess I'll drive 730 miles and be there Friday afternoon. But we'll see how it goes.
Right.
But yeah, I'm planning on going to that one and then to Vegas the next week. We'll be there for the entire week. So.
CoogTV's going to Vegas.
Nice.
It's so wild to think that Vegas is right around the corner, man. Can't believe how fast football's gone this year.
Yeah, it really has.
It goes pretty quick whenever you're actually winning. It's kind of a new thing for us.
Yeah.
It's been a while. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and start winding it down. We're at an hour and 11. I don't want to push it too long. We do appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us. Jamie, give us your thoughts. Wrap it up for us.
We just talked about the year of the freshmen, and we saw two of the best tonight in person. So shout out to those guys. Like I said, I was super impressed with the bench production tonight. As my fifth key to victory on the scouting report, I basically just said we've got to get more production from the bench. But I think we saw that today. He's going to be able to go back on film and really start putting his rotation together a little bit more. We said earlier it could change every single game, and it probably will. But yeah, I was super, super impressed with what the energy that those guys brought off the bench tonight. I'm putting out the forewarning. Oakland is good. They're a better team than Towson is. They're top 5 guys, and they've got 2 guys that play a ton of minutes that haven't played yet this year. Like I said, I don't know what happened in that Michigan game. I've only watched their offensive possessions. I got to go back and watch the defense to see where they broke down. But they played Purdue extremely close last night. So don't be surprised if it's another close game Wednesday night.
Maybe it's just because Yaxel is a Greek god.
Well, that's because he's a UAB guy.
That's right.
We develop him for 4 years, and he goes to Michigan. But
you got Yaxel over there, and then you got Amari here for us. This is the way it rolls.
Yeah, exactly. So don't underestimate Oakland. It should be a really fun game. They play a fun style, and I'm ready to get back at it.
Cool. Kenneth?
It was ultimately a good game. We won by almost 20. Kingston, it was the Kingston show tonight. It might be somebody else's show on Wednesday. Milo, she went 4 for 14. You got to start making those jumpers. Emmanuel Sharp, you got to make his shots. But those will come. And when you're playing elite defense that Kelvin Sampson brings every game, when guys aren't shooting well, it really doesn't matter, especially at this point of the year. I don't think anyone in that locker room is concerned about missing jumpers. But you learned a lot from this game, like you said, Jamie. The bench played really well, and then you're just gonna take that into the next game and just keep stacking wins.
Yep,
for sure.
Let's go with let's see. Anybody find out when Fertitta will get concession upgrades? Something edible? Well, no. It's going to be a work in progress. Hopefully a little bit better. Adding stuff here and there. Let's see here. Kenneth, I know you're plugged into the football recruits. Hearing about any last minute adds to the class before signing day. Keep up the great work, man.
I haven't heard anything specific, but they keep telling me ballers are coming. So the ballers are coming, I mean, I know the guy, Caden McCarty, he's in class 2027, though. He was at the Tech game, and he has UH in his top 5. So we'll see. But, I mean, usually, they might get a couple of extra flips or decommits or whatever. But, I mean, at this time of the year, I would say the 2026 class is close to done. And, I mean, they've done a lot with that class. Best in program history, I believe. And you got Keyshawn Henderson at the helm of that. So it should be an exciting year next year for football, just with the class that we have.
Absolutely. This is a work in progress, guys. Enjoy the ride. I mean, you know, we're in a really good moment right now as far as U of H goes. We've got an 8-2 football team. We've got a basketball team that's number 2 in the country, coming off of a Final Four, near greatness, but it was still great anyhow. These are some of the best times U of H has ever seen, that you'll ever see at U of H. Enjoy the ride on all of them. It doesn't happen all the time, and it's never, ever easy. And I don't care who we play. Every win is good, even if they're ugly. Ugly wins are going to teach you a lot. You got to learn. And we've got a lot of young dudes on this basketball team. You got to figure out rotations, get everybody used to playing together. And one of the things that I talked about early last year, whenever we had a lot of broken ankles jumping off the bandwagon, even though you had a lot of guys returning last year, they're all returning with a different role, and they're playing a different part within a team. New leaders have to step up and learn how to lead. You're seeing that right now with this team. You've got, you know, you don't have J1 to lean on. You don't have Javier to lean on. New guys have to do new things. And so they're going to be a little bit uncomfortable until they find their style and their fit. And then you've got, you got 10 guys who haven't spent a lot of time playing together being asked to do what they're going to be asked to do. Because you don't have that safety net of LJ Cryer to hit that wicked step back. Somebody else is going to have to do it. So it's going to be a learning process. But this team just oozes talent. You can see how good that they are going to be once everybody gets on the same page, and that's going to be coming. All right, well, guys, I do appreciate y'all joining us. Jamie, appreciate you jumping in your car. Kenneth?
Yes, sir.
Your sound cut off a little bit, Brad.
Oh, you there?
There you go.
Yeah.
Ryan screwed everything up. We didn't get off the rails, which is why I'm pretty sure he popped in. He made sure his plane got delayed so he could make sure I didn't take it crazy, but I do appreciate y'all putting up with me.
Yeah, he said we were going to get canceled.
Go check out Section 12X. Sign up for that newsletter. Be looking for those Black Friday deals coming exclusive for those on the newsletter. Star Pizza. I am about to devour this and then pass out because I missed my nap time today.
I didn't know y'all were staying.
And the Ritz. Go check them out. Guys, thank every one of y'all. I appreciate everything. We'll see y'all. We'll make sure that everybody will let everybody know about a show potentially tomorrow. But then next game we'll be back doing the post game. All right, y'all have a good one.
All right,
Brad. Look at you munching away, big fella. Life doesn't get better than pizza and a Cougars game, huh? Mm-hmm. Go Cougs!